It's gonna be about trauma and a dream revelation. All right, so I had a dream last night and I woke up crying. I woke up crying because I had a dream that explicitly told me my trauma. Okay, just boom, trauma right in your face. It tells you exactly, it told me exactly what I was experiencing. In my subconscious mind, that's why dreams are important. That's why you have to track your dreams, bro. But this dream, I was at a thrift store and I was getting things, and one of the things I wanted to give to my dad. Remember, this is in the dream. I wanted to give one of the things to my dad, and my dad wasn't gonna come, right? And I don't remember everything explicitly, but I'm just like going through the images right now. My dad was gonna come to the place, and I wanted to give it to him, but he didn't. You know, like, and I was like, "Oh, see you when I see you." I was kind of disappointed. In this dream, I'm a kid. I was disappointed, and I haven't seen my dad since like 2012, so I was like 6. So that's the trauma I have, right? It's dad issues, right? So, and he didn't abandon me. It's complicated, but it felt like that because I was so young and it wasn't really explained to me. But in the dream, I wanted to give it to him, but he didn't come, so I wasn't able to give it to him. And I hung up the call after I said, "Oh, well, I'll see you when I see you." And I saw his face in the dream explicitly, right? And I was really disappointed in the dream. I was like sad because I felt like he didn't want me, like I was abandoned. And then my mom in the dream said, "Oh, well, you're gonna cry over him like everyone else." And that, my mom, I don't think my mom might say something like that because she's kind of, I love my mom, by the way. I love her to death. But, she's a woman, so, there's kind of, yeah, you know. And after that, I started crying like, I walked out of the room, I opened the door, and I don't know, because things in dreams, you kind of teleport sometimes. So, in the dream, I was at the thrift store, but then when I went to go walk out, when I opened the door, I was now inside of a house. Right, so I walked into the living room, it was empty, and I just started crying, but I was like wiping my eyes in a dream. I was crying, and then I woke up. So I hadn't fully started bawling out, but I was crying in the dream, and I could feel I was crying in real life. Like I could feel the water on my eyelids, and this is where sometimes you have to be a little crybaby. You gotta be a little wuss. Okay, because here's the quote. I came up with this quote in the morning. I don't know if anyone else has said this, but the rule for men in crying is that men cry in their own time, women cry in other people's time. Okay, that's the rule you have to live with in your life. The rule isn't you shouldn't cry ever. The rule is you should never cry at other people's expense. Like, you shouldn't need to have someone like, "Oh, come here," like put their arm around you so you can like cry over the shoulder. Like maybe in extreme cases, but in general, no. Okay, that's for women. Women can cry in other people's time, but you gotta cry in your own time. If you're gonna cry, go find a private place, let it out, feel your emotions, but especially your wife, don't let them see you cry, because there's primal stuff regarding that. But in any case, this was my time to cry. Okay, so I was there, and the reason why I brought that up is because you can't suppress it. Like, there's a time to suppress it, but you have to let it out at some point. And don't suppress it all the time. You have to let it out on your own time. This is my own time, so I just kind of let my mind do whatever it wanted. And I started crying, bro, like really hard. Like sobbing, like like a little girl. And then words just came out involuntarily. So it was like, "Am I not good enough for you? Do you love me now?" It was like that, bro. It might have been even worse, to be honest. I was like screeching, crying. It was like from deep down, right? Just let it out, and those words came out. And then I cried for like a few more seconds, and then I kind of just opened my eyes really wide. I was like, "Whoa, wait, that's huge." I got my notebook out and I started writing down the dream and writing down what I said, because that essentially tells you the trauma in your past. Because that basically just tells you that I have abandonment trauma. And maybe I should have, maybe that's obvious if I just said my life story, but it's a bit different when you say it explicitly and you cry and you really let your emotions out, then you can really come to understand them. And a big part of changing your life is accepting yourself. In order to accept yourself, you have to accept what you've done in the past, your trauma, your shortcomings, your strengths, etc. So you need to track your dreams, and whenever you feel emotional, assuming you're on your own time, let it all out, bro. Whatever you feel, if you want to say something, say it, because then you might end up subconsciously, fruity and slipping out what you actually believe, what your trauma actually is, what you actually think in your own head, your subconscious mind unraveling it, unpacking it so you can fuse your conscious and subconscious mind into one. That's huge, bro. That's very important.